Just like dmenu and Rofi, FZF is a great menu program, but it can't be used out of the box as a replacement for either, because FZF doesn't create its own window, whereas dmenu and Rofi do. So with dmenu, you can of course pipe anything to it, and you get this new menu window, and you can make your selection, and it gets printed to std out. But with FZF, it's much the same, only that for making the selection, the pre-existing terminal is used. Which is great if there is a pre-existing terminal, such as for shell keybinds or for any scripts you plan to run from an interactive shell, but doesn't work for any global keybinds, any window manager keybinds, anything you might define in your xbind keys RC or in your sxhkb config file. And I wanted to use FZF for those use cases as well. The reason I want to use it over dmenu is that it has fuzzy matching. The reason I want to use it over Rofi is that it is faster than Rofi. With Rofi, I can feel that startup isn't instant. With FZF, I can't feel any delay. So I created this FZF menu script, which just starts a new terminal for running FZF, lets you make your selection, and then kills the terminal and prints the selection, just like FZF and dmenu would. So I use this, for instance, as my application launcher. Works like this, just like Rofi, which is what I previously used. So Rofi looks like this. Works exactly in the same way, only that this is instant, and with Rofi it was not instant. And this is all it takes to make it work. It's a one-line bash script. Start a terminal, xterm is my preferred terminal, execute FZF, and then give FZF the standard input of FZF menu as its standard input, and have FZF print to the standard output of FZF menu rather than to this new xterm, because this new xterm is just going to disappear. And that's really all it takes. Other than that, I give the xterm the floating xterm xresources instance name, which is just so I can make this thing float. So I have this line in my i3 config, which makes this xterm float. And then I put this $* here, which is for forwarding any arguments given to FZF menu to FZF, which is useful for passing options to FZF. So that's it.